If you ask most Cincinnati residents where they would live if money were no object, a huge percentage of them are going to say Hyde Park. It is consistently one of the most in-demand neighborhoods in the entire city, and for good reason. Beautiful homes, tree-lined streets, a walkable town square, top-rated schools, and a community feel that is truly hard to find in a neighborhood this close to a major metro. I have personally lived in Cincinnati neighborhoods, different ones over the years, and Hyde Park holds a very special place in the city's identity. Today I'm going to give you the full picture, what it's actually like to live there, what homes cost, who it's a great fit for, and what you should know before you buy. New video every week about living in Cincinnati. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Now let's get into it. Hyde Park sits on the east side of Cincinnati, about 5 miles from downtown. It's one of the city's oldest and most established neighborhoods. A lot of homes were built in the early 1900s, and the neighborhood has maintained its character and its charm ever since. Hyde Park Square is this neighborhood's anchor. A genuine town square with restaurants and coffee shops and shopping boutiques and a fountain in the center. And on weekends and evenings, that square is alive. People walking dogs, enjoying a latte or an ice cream, chatting with neighbors. It has a small town feel that you would not expect to find 5 miles from a major city. And Hyde Park Square is not just a place to grab coffee. It's actually the heartbeat of the neighborhood. From May to October, there's a Sunday morning farmers market. And it's exactly what you picture. Local produce, local vendors, neighbors running into neighbors. My personal favorite? Stop by Blue Oven Bakery's booth for a loaf of their bad boy bread. And if you have kids in tow, be sure to grab a gourmet small batch ice pop from Street Pops. Cora loves the mango strawberry sunrise pop. And of course, my corgi Joey approves of this walkable, easygoing Sunday morning routine. One of my favorite things about Hyde Park Square, and something that tells you everything about this community, is that the Flying Pig Marathon runs straight through it the very first Sunday of every May. Hyde Park Square becomes one of the loudest, most electric fan support spots on the entire marathon course. The neighborhood comes out. It is one of those Cincinnati moments that just makes you feel really good about where you live. Now let's talk about the homes themselves, because this is a big part of why people fall in love with Hyde Park. You're not gonna get the cookie cutter houses here. Hyde Park is full of Tudors and colonials and craftsman bungalows, Georgian revivals, even mid-century homes, all on established lots with mature trees and real yards. These are homes with character, with detail, with craftsmanship you just do not see in newer construction. The streets themselves are part of the appeal. Erie Avenue, Observatory, Herschel. These are beautiful, walkable residential streets where people actually know their neighbors. There is a reason families stay in Hyde Park for generations. Now, because these are older homes, some of them will need some updating. You might be looking at an older kitchen, an older roof, maybe some mechanicals that are due for replacement. That's just the reality of buying an established home. The trade-off is that you're getting architecture and character that you literally cannot build new. All right, so what does it actually cost to buy in Hyde Park? The honest answer is that Hyde Park is one of the pricier Cincinnati neighborhoods, and the market reflects how much people want to be here. On the lower end, you can find smaller homes and condos, think 1 or 2 bedrooms, maybe needing some work, starting in the low to mid 300,000s. These tend to move very fast because they're the entry point into the neighborhood. The sweet spot, a solid 3 to 4 bedroom home in good condition on a nice street, that's roughly $450 to $750. And that's where the bulk of the Hyde Park market lives. And then there are the statement homes, the larger toodles, the big colonials on the very best streets. They're fully updated with many of those original details preserved. Those are running $700,000, $800,000, up to well over $1 million. The market here is competitive. Well-priced homes in Hyde Park frequently get multiple offers within days of hitting the market. I've seen it happen over and over. If Hyde Park's where you want to be, you need to be pre-approved, you need to know your budget, and you need an agent who can move fast. That's just the reality. Now let's talk about schools. Hyde Park falls primarily within the Cincinnati Public School District, specifically Hyde Park School for Elementary, which is one of the most beloved elementary schools in the city. Strong academics, a deeply involved parent community, and just a real neighborhood feel. For middle and high school students, they typically feed into Walnut Hills High School, which is one of the top public high schools in the entire state of Ohio. It's also a magnet school and it has a rigorous academic program, so it draws students from across Cincinnati. Another popular option is Clark, the very first public Montessori high school in the country. There's also strong private school options nearby. Seven Hills, Summit Country Day, and others within an easy reach. Hyde Park's location puts you in the middle of some of the very best educational options Cincinnati has to offer. One of the things I love most about Hyde Park is how much life happens outside. The neighborhood is actually walkable in a way that most Cincinnati neighborhoods just aren't. Hyde Park Square has some of the best restaurants on the east side, everything from casual brunch spots to nicer dinner options. So, here's a few tips. For the best mozzarella sticks in Cincinnati, stop by Arthur's, and while you're there, grab a black and blue cheeseburger. Well, that's what I would do. Their courtyard, along with Parkside Cafe's large outdoor dining space along Erie Avenue, is such a great option for outdoor eating. And for date night, hit &O for sushi and their famous Brussels sprout salad. And don't forget about Alfio's. This mainstay offers Argentinian Italian fusion. Where else can you get that combination? Living in Hyde Park means you're in the middle of a great dining scene. And tucked in between all of those restaurants are specialty retail shops. You can find everything from stationery, home goods, fresh flowers, to fly fishing and travel gear, original artwork, and clothing. Shopping locally is super easy and fun here. Hyde Park Square is also where walkers, runners, and cyclists gather for the annual Hyde Park Blast and Block Party that happens in June. And it's where artists display and sell their work in Cincinnati's oldest juried single-day art show every October. But even on an ordinary weekend morning or a sunny evening, Hyde Park Square just has this community energy that makes you feel so happy to live there. And practically speaking, Hyde Park's location's just hard to beat. 5 miles from downtown Cincinnati, which is an easy 5 to 10 minute drive, and I-71's right there. So whether you're heading north towards Mason or Blue Ash or downtown towards the stadiums on game day, you're getting on and off the highway very quickly. For a neighborhood this established and this beautiful, the access is really exceptional. All right. Let me be real with you about who Hyde Park is a great fit for and who might want to look elsewhere. Hyde Park is ideal if you want an established, walkable neighborhood with real character and a genuine community feel. If you love older architecture, if you want to walk to dinner, if you want your kids to grow up in a tight-knit neighborhood, Hyde Park delivers all of that at a very high level. It's also a great fit if you value long-term appreciation. Hyde Park homes have held their value extremely well over time. Buying here is not just a lifestyle choice. It's a solid financial decision. Now, who might want to look elsewhere? If budget's your primary driver, there are more affordable entry points in nearby Oakley or further east. If you want newer construction with the modern layouts and finishes, you're gonna find more of that in the suburbs. Think Mason, Westchester, Liberty Township, Blue Ash. If you need a lot of house for your dollar, Hyde Park is rarely going to win that competition. In this neighborhood, you're paying for location, character, and community, not for the most house per square foot. And I get this question all the time. Hyde Park or Oakley? They are right next to each other. They are both incredibly popular, and they attract different people for different reasons. The short version. Hyde Park tends to attract established families, people who want elegance and a quieter pace, and buyers who prioritize long-term stability and strong schools. Oakley tends to attract younger buyers, people who want the busier bar and nightlife scene, along with a little bit more affordability. I'm actually doing a full Hyde Park versus Oakley comparison video coming up on this channel. So subscribe and make sure you catch that one. It's going to break down exactly how to decide between the two. Hyde Park is just special. I don't throw that word around lightly. There are a lot of great neighborhoods in Cincinnati. I've lived in several of them, but Hyde Park has an energy and a character that is really hard to replicate. If it's on your list, I want to help you get there. Whether you're relocating from out of state or you're already in Cincinnati and you're ready to make the move, reach out. I know this neighborhood, I know this market, and I know how to get my clients into the right home. Drop your questions about Hyde Park in the comments. I read every single one and I will answer you directly. And grab my free Cincinnati relocation guide in the description. It covers Hyde Park, every other major neighborhood, home prices, schools, all of it completely free. Link is below. I'm Leah Joos. New video every week. See you in the next one.